Hello and welcome to Boots To ReBoots, the place most remakes come to die. Oh, what's wrong, good Andy?
I'll never find true love, Andy.
That's not true. I'm sure you'll find someone someday. Isn't that right, evil Andy? You're not helping.
I'd do anything to be loved by someone.
Even sell your soul?
Hey, wait, this is because of the movie we just watched.
Maybe.
Good Andy, you're not selling your soul for love. And after talking about today's movie, you'll probably understand why it's not a good idea.
Did someone say they'd sell their soul?
In the year 2000, a remake of the 1967 film titled Bedazzled came out. The original starred Peter Cook, Dudley Moore, Eleanor Braun, and Raquel Welch. Yes. The remake stars Brendan Fraser, Elizabeth Hurley, and Frances O'Connor. So let's take a look at our two main characters. The protagonist. In the original, Dudley Moore plays Stanley Moon, who is a cook at the Wimpy Bar. He is in love with a waitress named Margaret who doesn't notice him at all. He's got a lousy job, no friends, no girlfriend, and sees no light at the end of the tunnel. In a funny little scene, he decides to kill himself, but he can't even do that right. In the remake, Brendan Fraser plays Elliot Richards, a computer nerd who's got a 4-year crush on a co-worker with whom he's never really spoken to. He's also very socially awkward, so much in fact that people avoid him like the plague, and he has no real friends no matter how hard he pushes himself on other people.
Hey, Jerry! Jerry, Bowberry, Fee-Fi, Jerry. Hey, what's happening, brother?
After a brief encounter with his crush Allison, he has this to say.
Dear God, I would give anything to have that girl in my life.
The devil! Did somebody say my name? No, go away. Anyway, Brendan Fraser does a fine job taking over as the lead character. He's able to pull off the socially awkward Elliot and each persona in The Wishes, whether it be a Colombian drug lord, dumb basketball player, or intelligent author. He shows his range as an actor, and he's definitely not one of the movie's weak points.
Good, Andy. I'll give you everything you've ever wanted. The love of another person. Or perhaps you'd like it if your parents were still alive. Or maybe a box of new toys.
Mr. Devil, sir, I must say that I'm a big fan. I really like the way you torture innocent people.
You're not helping. Don't encourage him.
Oh, no.
In both versions, this is when we're introduced to the you-know-who character. In the original, the devil, who goes by the name George Spigot, is played by Peter Cook. He doesn't come off as being evil, but more of a prankster.
Good evening. I couldn't help noticing that you were making an unsuccessful suicide bid.
The chemistry is very strong between Dudley and Peter, and the movie feels like a sinister buddy film at times.
You get out of here before I call the police.
Before you call the what?
Before I call the police.
You realise that suicide's a criminal offence. In less enlightened times, they'd have hung you for it.
Peter Cook is full of charm and charisma, which makes him a fun actor to play the devil.
I'm the haunted one. The devil. Let me give you my card.
One big difference between the two films is the exclusion of the devil's associates. In the original, we're introduced to Anger, who acts as a bouncer, the lawyer Sloth, Vanity, Envy, Gluttony, and the most popular, Lillian Lust, played by Raquel Welch. And this brings me to Elizabeth Hurley, who plays the devil in the remake. The obvious difference is that the devil is a woman in this version.
Satan, Lucifer, Beelzebub, the Prince of Darkness. Well, the Princess of Darkness, anyway. Here's my card.
Ooh. The devil. Yep. That explains it.
The buddy aspect is gone, and instead we get a lot of awkward sexual tension between the devil and Elliot. Why is the sexual tension awkward? Because isn't the devil really a man? I mean, he's just disguising himself as a hot woman right now, right? Or is the devil more of a thing that can't be defined by gender?
To explore new horizons.
It's awkward because when you boil it down, the movie is tricking you into wanting to have sex with a really evil man in drag.
You're a very skeptical person, you know that.
Huh. But why did they change the devil into a woman? Because sex sells! It's as if the producers looked at the poster for the original, which is dominated by Raquel Welch's character, leaving the main characters almost as an afterthought by looking at it. Her character is in 2 small scenes, but it looks like they decided to make the sexy lust character the devil. After watching the film, they must not have had a lot of confidence in it, so they decided they needed a scantily clad Elizabeth Hurley in almost every shot to keep people's interest. Do you ever feel like Hollywood doesn't give the audience enough credit? As if they treat us like stupid monkeys? That the movie will make millions of dollars if they just dangle a sexy woman in front of us? I like to think that people are smarter than that. I really do. I want to believe that. But I've been to public places and I do question it myself sometimes. Should I just stop lying to myself and just admit that the majority of mankind is actually dumb?
Get back to the movie, jackass.
Oh yeah. Well, there isn't much to say about Elizabeth Hurley's character because her main purpose is just to look good. It's not much, but she does accomplish it.
Wishes.
Elliot's first wish is very similar to Stanley's wish in the original. Both characters have a hard time believing the person before them is really the devil, so there is a test. Stanley wants some ice cream, but instead of making it magically appear, they travel to the store and get some. George even gets Stanley to pay for it. In the remake, Elliot wishes for a Big Mac and Coke, and like in the original, they travel to McDonald's and place an order. The devil forgot her purse in the underworld, and she also makes Elliot pay for his treat.
Oh, yes. This truly is the work of the devil.
Have you ever noticed the blatant product placement in comedies? Really, go back and look at some well-known comedies and how they whore themselves out. Especially Adam Sandler movies. It always reminds me of that one scene in Wayne's World.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
After some great manipulation, the devil convinces our main characters that they are who they indeed say they are, and they sign the contract. 7 wishes for 1 soul. Some wishes are similar to the original, but a few do differ. For instance, in both films, he wishes to be rich, powerful, and married to his crush, only for her to cheat on him with a servant. And in both films, he also wishes to be a man of intelligence and class. This backfires on him in the original because she yells rape as soon as he touches her. And in the remake, the devil turns Elliot into a gay author.
Honestly, I swear it, I'm not.
Well then tell me, who was in the Broadway cast of The Pajama Game?
Janice Page, John Raitt, Eddie Foy Jr. I assume you mean the original cast because there was a revival in 1973 that starred Hal Linden and Barbara McNair. I am gay!
And this scene in the original just takes too much time. It really drags. I mean, I could go upstairs, make a bowel movement, make a bowl of popcorn, and come back, and the movie still won't have progressed anywhere. I mean, it's too much build for such a little payoff. After reading Allison's diary, he wishes to be a man in touch with his feelings, but the devil turns him into a giant pussy. Do we have a picture of a giant pussy? No? Can't show a picture of a giant pussy. So then he wishes to be a tough jock, which results in him becoming a skilled basketball player with a baby penis.
Oh my god.
Oh! Hey! What the hell?
Oh, God, there's just...
Hey!
For his last wish, Elliot wishes to become President of the United States. So the devil turns him into President Lincoln moments before he's assassinated.
We're going to a play?
I think you'll find it quite amusing. It's called Our American Cousin.
You know, I think I've already seen it. As a matter of fact, I'm sure I have.
I don't think you've seen it, sir. It's an entirely new play.
Really? I think I know how it ends anyway.
If the gay version of Elliot were still around, he'd be correcting her because the play is actually like 7 years old. Now, this is probably my biggest problem with the movie. Not only is it episodic, but the pattern becomes predictable early on and therefore boring. Let me guess, Elliot is going to make a wish, and the devil will twist it, leaving Elliot unhappy. It happens every single time. With each wish, you're not really engaged because you're just waiting to see what the twist will be.
What the hell? Oh, damn the devil! Damn the devil to hell!
And in all the wishes, Elliot never comes close to getting what he actually wanted, which is to be with Allison. That's the point of all this. He never impresses her, never ends up with her. Even when he is married to her, she hates his guts, and even when he wishes that she loves him in return, she runs away 2 minutes into the wish.
Let's get out of here.
Allison! Wait! Allison! I'll get into your pants!
Now, this is done to get the message across that you shouldn't sell your soul, that the devil is untrustworthy, and if you want something, it's really up to you to do it. But by forcing your message in there, you make the main character look like a moron. After the second wish blew up in my face, I'd tell the devil that I know what he's up to and he can go fuck off.
No! That's it! I've had it with you!
Have you ever noticed the formula that studios use for their comedies? Funny stuff happens, and then say the main character gets into an argument with their girlfriend or best friend. The movie gets all serious, and they have to win them back, which they always do at the end.
So you might as well just get with the program, wish your way out of here, and move on.
Why does a comedy film have to shift tones like that? Why can't I just laugh from beginning to end? When comedies shift tones like that and start getting serious and throwing morals at you, the only thing it accomplishes is bring the movie to a halt. And once Elliot is thrown in prison, a halt is what this movie comes to. He doesn't want to make his last wish, the devil and him are on bad terms, and then a fellow inmate starts to blatantly hammer home the message of the movie.
The devil's gonna try to confuse you, but that's a gig. But in the end, you're gonna see clear to who and what you are and what you're here to do. Now, you're gonna make some mistakes along the way, everybody does. But if you just open up your heart and open up your mind, you get it.
The inmate discusses what a soul is and how it isn't yours to sell because it belongs to God.
Can't sell your soul anyway.
Oh, really? Why do you say that?
It doesn't really belong to you in the first place. No way, no how.
So who does it belong to?
Belongs to God. That universal spirit that animates and binds all things in existence.
Who is this strange person? Well, it's hinted at maybe he's Elliot's guardian angel or perhaps God himself. So Elliot dissolves his way out of jail and needs to speak with the devil. While in her office, Elliot again blatantly reveals the moral of the movie.
All my life, I wished to be better looking, to be richer, to be successful, talented, whatever. And I always thought, wouldn't it be great if someone could just wave a magic wand and make that happen? Well, I realized that it just doesn't work by magic.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
And I've been starting to think that it really isn't that important how far we go in life anyway. It's how we get there that really matters.
Well, Elliot refuses his last wish, and the devil decides to scare him into making it with cheesy computer-generated images similar to an old video game.
See you in hell!
What does Elliot wish for?
Okay! I wish that Allison has a happy life!
Oh, God.
Well, how fucking convenient. That wish is a deal breaker. By wishing something nice for someone else, Elliot gets to keep his soul.
Really? That's it? That's stupid.
Yeah, you would think they'd come up with something a little more clever than that. But no. I guess they realized that the movie was drawing near the end and they didn't have an ending yet.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
I know, he'll just make a nice wish, and that'll cancel the deal. I mean, isn't that the laziest ending to come up with in terms of the story?
Nobody ever reads the contract. Article 147, paragraph 9, subsection 3, selfless acts of redemption.
Huh?
Basically it says, if you commit one truly benevolent act, it voids the contract.
And then we get some more blatant exposition about what good and evil is really all about.
The whole good and evil thing, you know, him and me, it really comes down to you. You don't have to look very hard for heaven and hell. They're right here on Earth. You make the choice.
I'll do it. I swear to God. Explain the moral of the movie to me any more than you already have, and I swear I will kill Walt Disney.
What? You do realize that he's been dead. Never mind. So Elliot finally works up the courage to ask Allison out, and...
That's really so nice of you. I'm seeing someone.
Oh.
Yep. Elliot still doesn't get the girl of his dreams, even when he decides to do it on his own terms. It makes watching the movie kind of pointless, but in some ways I guess it is kind of refreshing to see the main character not get everything that he wants. But hey, there is a silver lining. Elliot discovers that he has a new neighbor who is into the same things that he's into, and she's also a little bit socially awkward.
Hey, Nicole DeLaRusso. Don't call me Nikki, though, you know, because everyone always calls me Nikki. You know, it starts off as Nicole, then it becomes Nikki, then Nick, then Nee, then just, people just call me, I'm cracking myself up here.
In the final moments of the film, we get a sense that Elliot has finally found true love.
Hey, you want to give me a hand?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh, wow, look, you got the New England person.
Oh, yeah, they're the best.
I'm confused. I should find someone who likes the same speakers I do?
It's not that easy, good Andy. Let's face it, you're a lost cause. No woman could love a disfigured, awkward freak with the mind of a child. Sell me your soul, and all of your wildest dreams will come true.
Don't do
Sell
it,
me
good
your
Andy.
soul.
Good
Sell
Andy,
me
don't do
your
it.
soul.
Don't do it.
You have no other
Don't
choice.
do it.
Sell me your soul now. Do it, good Andy. Good Andy, I
Don't
want that
do it.
soul, and I will have that soul.
If you do it, I'm gonna punch you in the balls. I'm gonna... that's my balls.
Give me your soul.
What the fuck? Thanks, Evil Andy.
Evil Andy, you do care.
What? I haven't been paying attention to you fucktards for like 20 minutes. I thought I saw Walt Disney. Did you see him?
Why do you hate Walt? Forget it. At least now maybe I can finish the video. So, does the remake of Bedazzled deserve the boot? It's close, it really is, but ultimately I'd have to say yes. Watching it over a decade after it was made, it doesn't hold up for me. I liked it at one point, but now I see it for what it is. There are some elements that are a nice update to the original. What hurts the film for me is the casting of Elizabeth Hurley as the devil. Her sole purpose is sex appeal, and it's not enough to carry a film. It's a comedy featuring the devil. They could have cast so many different actors who could have had fun with that part.
Oh, can't you stop?
It's a compulsion. I'm compelled to. His orders.
Pathetic.
He moves in a very mysterious way, you know.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Also, the plot becomes very formulaic and predictable. Throw in a slow ending full of forced religious messages and you have the making of a movie. What do I mean by a movie? There's some laughs, but it's not really a hilarious movie. It's not an intelligent movie. It's not an artistic movie. It's not a drama. And it's not a horror movie. It's simply a movie. A collection of moving pictures which tells a story. Who would I recommend this movie to? People with the mindset of a teenage boy who just want to look at a hot chick. With that said, it's time to put this movie out of its misery. For all the titles this movie could have had, why Bedazzled? I can't style my clothes with studs or rhinestones with it. According to the dictionary, bedazzle means to impress forcefully, especially as to make oblivious to faults or shortcomings. Welp, this movie doesn't accomplish that at all. This has been Boots to ReBoots, the place most remakes come to die. Thanks for watching. I like popcorn, yes I do. I like popcorn, whoop-de-doo. I like popcorn, yes I do. I like popcorn in my face.